As you know, let's go. So today's topic is love and loyalty good enough or pay me, boo? You know, I mean, is love and loyalty good enough? And those seem like the two more the two more things with substance, right? Love and loyalty. That should be, you know, top of the list. But it doesn't seem like that's the case, right? Doesn't seem like women have any interest in neither one. It seems like they want to get to the bag. But, we got a video. We're gonna go into it. And we're gonna break this video down. Let's get to it. Welcome to the show. Hit the like button if you're new. Subscribe as well. Let's get to it.
Okay. I mean, we've been talking about women and money. Is that one of the most important things that women should look for? A man that has resources. Dalen?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why?
How can you show that you're a provider and that you are someone that is an asset, not a liability? How is a woman going to know that you're just not trying to move in with her because you're homeless? Or, how do you plan to have a wife, children, maybe even a dog, maybe two, to own a home, to be able to stay in a nice, safe neighborhood, like away from DC? Well, unless the National Guard stays there, then you have nothing to worry about. Unfortunately, money can buy materialistic things that feed poor souls, but money is also a piece of currency that people use to build, for things that you do need. So I just think, pay attention to why a woman wants to date you, or not necessarily a resource.
But we see that, yes, money is a tool. Money is a tool to build, to buy, but it doesn't keep homes together. It doesn't make people work better together. Seems like the more money we talk about, the more money we see. And the more money you see, the more problems we're having. See, we're no longer in the days of extremely poor anymore, right? We are in the days of prosperity, right? There's just a lot of nice things you can have. Everybody ain't no six figure. You still have the average, but still, average today is a house, a couple cars, 700 credit score. You in the game, and it seems like women have raised the bar. Not raising the bar, they have raised the bar to success, to access them, to be with them, right? It seemed like money is the main focal point. They loyalty, they think about all women are like this. We want you to have the money and the success first, and then you can figure out the loyalty and everything else later. There, women are looking at success first, then they'll try to figure everything out later, which we see that the results are still bad. But hey, women are saying, hey, I'd rather get paid, at least benefit. So when I am unhappy and leave his ass, at least I benefited in some type of way. I got all these things. Basically, they're saying is they want to be compensated for their time. They want to be compensated for their, them being around, their presence. And this has sparked a huge, huge debate, controversially, with men and women on what should be the standard of a fully functional family. Is money going to solve and help you to have a fully functional family? are loyalty and love should be the foundation. And this is where, the huge controversy is coming in. Right? Women, all they're screaming about is pay me, I want money, I want this, I want that. And the men are saying, we want family structure, we want the nuclear family. Best chance for the children to succeed. So the thing about money, it is a tool. But the problem with money, it corrupts. It corrupts the heart. Right? It makes one feel more independent. Right? So women, because they have access to this money, they have a sense of more self-worth, that they don't really need the assistance of a man in totality. Right? So therefore, this is why they can have a nice job, making good money, and get with the man, and while he's paying all the bills and all the things, she's stacking her money up. So if he gets out of line, she's out of there, right? Because she can immediately move into her own apartment, get her own life back, right? Keep it going. So, is love and loyalty good enough? I don't think so. Let's listen to the video some more.
Forces before her to see that she can trust you to be a man in a relationship.
Okay. Molly?
Yeah, I think that men who have a solid foundation are more confident. Usually, that kind of translates into resources. And of course, a woman will want to be with somebody with some type of solid foundation, especially if she's at the point of her life where she wants to start a family, have a home, be able to raise children, XYZ. But I don't feel like a lot of men are thinking that far ahead. That's why they kind of get offended when women kind of come and expect certain things.
Mhm.
Some men are only looking for the vagina, and then a lot of women are looking for long-term stability. And I think that's the disconnect. That's the disconnect between us,
Yeah. The thing about this, when I hear women say, yeah, I need a man with money. Okay. Do you got your money? Do you have something that's conducive that he would actually want to be serious with you? Or do you have a baggage of debt? Or are you peaceful? So it's I don't think money is the only thing women should look for when it comes to a man. But then when it comes to women saying, oh, I need a man with money, it's usually the women that ain't got nothing going on for them, that ain't got a job, that got a couple kids from different baby daddies. And they want this type of man to provide a lifestyle that one, they daddy didn't provide for them, or their baby daddies didn't provide for them. So it's you want this from a man, but are you actually adding to his life, or are you going to be taken away from his life? So it's
I think the women that are most vocal and loud about it, I need a nigga with this and the end with that and all of that, though, that's the indicator that a woman wants your money.
So and listen to all the women are saying the same thing. Oh, he needs to have money. He needs to have money. And obviously, women aren't going to get with a guy who ain't got no money. Now, the problem we're having in 2026, women have raised the bar on how much money. Women are literally saying 60K is broke. 40 to 60K is broke in this economy. So it's definitely has moved the bar, right? So therefore, men have to go a higher level to obtain a woman that they desire. But women have set the bar and raised the bar of what economic success means to them. So love and loyalty, that's not on the top of their list, right? They're not. They're looking at, are you successful? What you do for a living? Those are going to be the first questions coming out their mouth. Not are you loyal? Not are you loving? Don't care about that, right? In the beginning, they looking at where you live at, what city you better say the right city. Okay, what do you do for a living? Those are the questions they're getting to. They're not wasting time. Women don't want to waste time on your character and your personality or your good. None of that. They need to know what level you at so they can then continue on to, communicate with you. So if you work at McDonald's, she's blocking you, right? But if you work as your CEO, she might, depend on, how much you're making in, and, all those things, right? She's looking at like, oh, I don't know. But if you're, but once again, she has the man she wants, the level he needs to be at for her to continue on. So women aren't wasting time about, well, so let me get to know you and your personality. Let me know, can you take care of me? I need to know. Even if I make good money, even if she makes very good money, even if she's a high earner, she still wants to know that you're going to come and take over her responsibilities. So she's going to date up, right? She's going to get a man that make more than her, more than likely, so that she can then present to him and say, hey, I'm not paying no bills. Just let you know I don't pay bills. And that's that. And this is what the women are demanding. This is the bar they're setting. And this is life.
Money for herself. She wants to get things to attract other men. So I think that women that don't have to come to the internet or don't have to do certain things, they already attract men that are stable and that are established. So they don't need to go around saying, I need a man that makes 6 figures and be 6 feet tall and whatever the other 6 is. So I think we just have to pay attention to the caliber of woman, how she's saying it, who she's talking to kind of gauge, is this a woman that wants to take advantage of you or a woman that wants to relate with you?
I think it's more his relationship with money. I mean, obviously, we need money to exist. So that goes without saying. I mean, he should be able to, take care of himself, his family, if he has children. But the relationship, and I think most of the time women are looking for the flashy things, the cars. And that to me screams, red flag. I look for men who are a little bit more subdued, a little bit more low key. They have like a better relationship with their money. They have investments. They have their money away in other things besides spending it on flashy things to attract women. So I think, we're so focused on the bag and the dollar, but it's how they handle it. They don't necessarily have to make a whole lot, but they have to have a good way to manage it.
Yeah. So you say if it's a man is flashy, he's a red flag. But to me, when a woman brings up money, that's a red flag. If a woman got to ask you what you do, I don't know. I don't like that question. That's something a man should tell me what he does for a living. I'm not asking that question off the rip. So woman's asking you what you do, how much you make, all this type of money questions off the rip. I think that's a red flag. I'm sorry. Like,
I think that's the difference, Q. Asking somebody what they do versus asking what someone's salary is. That's different because you can ask what someone's contribution to society is, like what takes up most of your time in your life. What do you give your life to? If you're a plumber, maybe they want to talk about the pipes that let me not say that. That's weird.
See, and again, right? Money, is it desirable? Yes. But you first, for the money and the home and the relationship to work, your attitude, right? Your attitude and your to being a team player, you being, be able to listen, be able to communicate respectfully on all levels is more essential to making everything work. The money can't make you respect or make you not be disrespectful, right? And this is why I think we're falling short in these relationships and marriages as well, because money it is nice. You got a nice house, car, but if you can't get along with your significant other or your wife, it's all the money is worthless. you don't worry about tomorrow. The money gonna take care of itself. People get jobs. People gonna make them. People understand that you don't need women to tell men what we should be doing to get money. We men know what the fuck to do to get money. Get the fuck out of here. We know what to do to get to the bag. The fuck? You ain't gotta sit here and keep on talking about this online. Oh well, men, and he should this, he should. We know this already, and we're executing. There are millions of men who are executing these functions. Men are fully functional in an economic market. It's not like the women are leading us in an economic climate. No, they're not. We are doing what it do. But they have a sense that they need to remind us that, hey, you know you need to be better than average, or you need to be a baller, right? And once again, instead of them focusing on getting their attitude adjustment, knowing how to be a successful partner or a healthy partner, that is why they come in, and then now you got to start all over again, right? You got to start with the most important part, right? Learning how to communicate with each other, right? Learning not to, not be disrespectful, learning to listen, learn to talk objectively without yelling, pointing fingers, without cursing, right? Learning to be selfless, learning to make compromises. All those things, that's more important or just as important as the money. Yeah, the money can pay the bills. Yeah, the money can get you a nice purse and car, but the money can't make you love someone. The money can't make you respect someone. It can't make you loyal to no one. So this is where, we fall short in these types of relationships, right? In these marriages, because it's all about money and success, economic. But then as soon as you get it, guess what happens? You forgot. Oops. I don't know how to keep my mouth shut. Oops. I'm trying to be a leader just like he's a leader. Oops. I don't want to help. I don't want to be a team player. Oops. All I do is complain. Oops. I'm unappreciative. Oops. I hate things. Oops. I hate him. Oops. And this is what women are missing the ball. This is where they're fumbling the ball at the first and goal. They're going in for the touchdown. They fumbled the ball because they don't think, hey, am I ready for the responsibility of being with somebody who is providing for me? Am I ready to put my money on the table and help with everything down to the last bill? Am I ready to listen? Am I ready to do what it takes to make this thing work? Am I ready to perform in the bedroom? Am I ready to be sexy for my man when he comes home from work? Am I ready to tell him you're handsome and I appreciate? Am I ready to make him feel like a king? Those are the questions they need to ask. That should be their concern.
But if you go straight to asking, what your salary is, then that's self-serving. But I think that's two different things.
But when women ask,
what's the difference? What's the difference?
Well, if you ask someone what they do for a living, then that's something to start a conversation about. Like, what do you do on a day-to-day? How, like, let's say if someone is a doctor, well, oh wow, you're a surgeon. Like, then you can talk about how you saved a little boy's life, or if you're an electrician, you can talk about how you almost fell off a pole or something like that, because it's
I'm saying, like,
what they
all
do.
right, let's be realistic. When you ask a person what they do, because nobody says this is what I make, right? In real life.
Mm-hmm.
When you ask a person what they do, usually you're deducing exactly what it is that they make because of their profession.
Exactly. Women
So what's
do
the-
that.
That's what I'm saying. What's the difference?
You mean like on dates? You said personally. You mean like
If you ask somebody what they do and they say I'm a corporate lawyer, you can pretty much guess.
An estimation of what they make.
Right?
not
If you
wow.
ask somebody what they do and they say that I'm a scrum master, if you ask somebody what they do and they say I'm a cybersecurity professional that's been doing it for about 12 years, if you ask somebody what they do and they say, hey, listen, and I'm in AI machine learning, you can pretty much deduce what their financial situation is like, right?
I think, well, yeah, but that's not the intention. You can't say that that's the intention, because if you don't ask what someone does on a day-to-day, someone could be jobless.
So if I tell you, baby, I'm a McDonald's grill cook and I flip burgers, are you going to continue to be with me? You're asking the person what they do because you don't want to waste time. If they have McDonald's grill cook, it's over before this started. She capping. She capping. All she do is rapping. Talking about, oh, well, I'm asking because I want to hear if you save kids. I want to hear if you're a doctor or lawyer. What if I say I work at Burger King? What if I say I work at Del Taco? Are you gonna still love me? She stopped playing with the game. These women act like if you work at Del Taco, if a woman asks you what you do and you tell her you work at Del Taco, she's going to block you. And you will never, ever, 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 ever see her again. So women can quit pretending like love and loyalty they're looking for. No, they're looking for financial security and financial durability. So when a woman asks you what you do, you better have the right career. Right? Right? Because if you say, oh, baby, I just want to, what do you do for a living? Oh, I work at Burger King. Have it your way. She's going to parachute out that bitch. She's getting about, she's going to say, I'm going to go to the bathroom, and she's calling her Uber on the way. Because women, they don't like to waste time. They know what they want. They know a level of salary they want. And when they ask you and you give them the precise information, they're going to make the precise exit, or they're going to stay. But they have a plan. They have a number in their head. They understand that. So she's capping, talking about, oh, if you tell me, doctor, I want to know how you save people. You don't care. You assess them between 80 to 100 to $250,000, right? Depending on if he's a surgeon, you can make $250,000 to $500,000. If he's a brain surgeon, you can make $500,000 a year. Come on, let's go.
And doesn't pay any taxes, doesn't do a damn thing, and you don't know.
Right, this is why I never ever trust a woman. Ever.
Why would somebody want to date someone? I mean,
because you're being disingenuous.
Dylan, you know.
Like I would rather a woman just tell me this. Listen, this is why. Like, just be for real. You know what I'm saying? If you could just keep it 100, we know that you're smart enough to be able to ask what it is that you do, because you're also trying to solve for two things at one time. Thank you, babe. I appreciate it.
Hi, Rita.
thank you.
You're always doing that, Q.
Dalen playing slow. Dalen, you know nowadays these women are asking men what they do because they're trying to figure out how much a man makes. And if they don't know the profession, they're going to Google. Okay, so that's what women are doing. Anytime women ask that, I know that's the incentive. That's what they're trying to figure out. How much does this man make?
Way of introducing healthy conversation should be reduced to what whores are doing. It's like, well, they're going to catch on, so we got to stop doing it. No, you can gauge if someone is actually asking you if what you do because they give a damn about what you do on a day to day. I mean,
If I tell you, boo boo, I work at Del Taco, you're gonna say, excuse me, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And by the time you get to the bathroom, your Uber is outside and you out this bitch. Keep it a bean. Talking about, oh, healthy conversation. So tell us, yeah, so what is it that you do for a living? Because she's trying to assess, are you worthy for her to continue to even conversate with me? We ain't got to sex yet, just to continue to conversate. And if you say the right career, if you say, oh, I'm a corporate lawyer, then she starts to look at your character. Okay. Then she starts to look at your personality. Then she starts to look at, the way you dress. Right? Still a whole bunch of that one though got to check off first. To start, it's a checklist. Checklist probably 2 pages long. But the top of that list, 98% of women, top of their list is, what do you do for a living? And you better name the right career. You better name the right career. Because if you say anything of the sort of, oh, I'm a brokey, which would be working at McDonald's, a fry cook at Taco Bell, or you work at a restaurant, a lot of these women are heading for the hills. She will block you. You would never, ever, 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 ever see her again. You better not say no Burger King. You better lie. You gonna now if you're trying to, make it last, what I'm saying, like Keith Sweat, you better lie. But most men who work a place like that, they know not to even approach these type of women,
These women don't care. They want to know what they make.
oh well, I didn't know we were talking about, gold diggers. I thought we were talking about.
We're not talking
No,
about
we're
gold
talking about
diggers per
women
se.
wanting men
I'm
for their
saying
resources.
that women are smart enough to for multiple things to be.
Can be done. Sure, that can be something instead of just coming off too strong and saying, well, what's your annual salary? If you want to bypass that and not come off like you're a gold digger or some sort, then you can, definitely ask what someone does so you can gauge what they.
I always tell guys, always understate exactly what you do. Always understate it. Always never tell a woman when you are successful, always underplay your hand.
But
That's why you gotta tell them you're an entrepreneur.
You always
no, don't say that. Just be like,
I'm an entrepreneur.
be on some regular shit. Just be on some real regular shit, some real like 50, 60K a year shit, and say something,
I'm a janitor
or
at
play it even
McDonald's.
lower than that.
Landscaper.
Yeah, just play it lower than that, but never, ever, ever. If you're not like a real visible person or where they can figure it out, like on Instagram or something like that, never tell a chick what you do, bro. Never, ever. Always downplay your shit 100% of the time.
And Molly, landscapers making money nowadays. I don't know what you talking about.
There?
Depending
I'm
where
not
you
saying
at.
they
Depending
don't,
where
but
you at.
women aren't going to be being extra thirsty for a landscaper the way they would a corporate lawyer.
Facts. 100%.
So title matters, nigga. Title matters. They want your money. Pay me, boo. Love and loyalty, they ain't checking for that. They ain't checking for or first question come out the way. Are you loyal? Do you love good? No. What do you do for a living? They want to know. That's the only way y'all going to grow. They want to know. They want to know. And the more they know, you know, they'd be like, okay, am I going to continue with him or not? But I'm telling you, you better not say no El Torito. You better not say no. You can't even say Chili's. These days, these women, is they don't raise the bar. They raise the bar for real. And you know what you gonna do? You gotta comply, or she gonna fly. See, men, we don't raise the bar. And that's what's the problem here. Men, because we have a small percentage of us, a decent percentage of us have reached a level of success. We have treated women exceptionally well. And here's the curse of it. The more when you treat a woman exceptionally well, she then values herself at the way she got accepted, even if it's only for one time, even if it's just for a year, even if it's just for a couple of years. And now she thinks that she would have to level up. She doesn't want to go down from that. The only woman that's going to maybe work with you and deal with you at Del Taco is your coworker. You know, and that's still kind of tough because now she's looking at you like, I'm looking, because once again, women like to look up, upgrade. Unless you're a really good looking dude, you know, and y'all just in a situation, yeah. But but other than that, come on, you go on a regular date, you meeting regular women out here, you better not say you work at Burger King. You better not say you work at Del Taco. You better not. You better not pull up in a dusty car. Now, I don't agree with Anton saying that, oh, you should, you know, act like you don't got no money, because then what, excuse me? I'm not scared of this woman. I'm not scared of these women. If I'm a lawyer and I'm a lawyer, what you do for them, I'm not going to tell her, oh, I work at a taco truck, I work with taco, and I'm a lawyer. No, I'm going to tell them I'm a lawyer. But the reason why I don't care, because I don't see women as long-term investments. I don't see women as long-term investments. I just don't see them that way. I just don't think they're worth it. I don't think they can maintain. So for me, I don't care. I don't care. I know these women are gold diggers. I know that. I know when I ask her out, she's a gold digger, no matter what level in life she's at. She's a gold digger. For me, all women are gold diggers in some form. Some more than others, but in some form, right? So I understand this, and I embrace it. The white boys embrace it, the Asian boys. Black people, we the only one trying to, hey, lie, don't tell her you work, that you're an NBA player. Tell her you a bus driver for the OCTA, right? Right? Lie to kick it. I ain't got a lie to kick it. If I'm balling and I got money, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't think no woman could ever truly love me for me, and I don't really want them to. But a lot of men, they think that, you know, they need a woman to validate them, and they want to be sure that she doesn't want them for their money. So, you know, they want to play it off like they're broke. That don't mean shit. So when she find out you got money, she can still be corrupted later. So let's just say a woman really finds you and She gets known and she found out you told her a story that you fell on hard times and you came on bad luck, and she said, I'm gonna still deal with you. Okay? And then come to find out you got all this money, she's still gonna be corrupted. She's still gonna have expectations. They will return. Now, before she's like, okay, I thank you, I care about you, da da da. But once she find out that you got money, she's gonna still, once again, see, anytime a person can see a lot of money, they can be corrupted. And that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. This is a society of corruption. Women are corrupted too. So it don't matter if you lie now, pay now or pay later, nigga. Pick your pick. Pay now or pay later. Pay now or pay later. But you want to play games? Oh, well, I don't make no money. Are you afraid? No, you tell them the truth and you understand. And this is why I did my last stream earlier talking about is loyalty, love, and respect such high expectations. Because if you have that mind, if you're thinking that every woman and you're looking for love and respect and loyalty from these women and you're dating in that mindset, you are setting yourself up for failure. You got to, in 2026, you got to deal with life as life is right now. These women are saying we're gold diggers. We are in an era of prostitution. And as a man, you got to adapt. Either you say, you know what, I'm going to die alone, or I'm going to play the game. That's what it is right there. It's really, you're going to play the game or get played or get out the way. This is what it is. It's what it is, gentlemen. This is not a game of, well, I'm going to try to disguise and hide my bank account. I'm going to make it look like no. You live life that's given to you and enjoy it. And you want to have a woman as a dessert, that's what you do. But do not overly invest. Because I'm going to tell you something. These women are leaving not only poor men, they're leaving rich dudes too. Actually, rich people of celebrities, they have a higher divorce rate than the general population. Why would you do that? Sophisticated? Why would you hide your money? That shows you, that make you like a coward. Welcome to the show, sir. That make you look like a coward. You got to stand 10 toes on that nigga. But and this is the delusional a part of men. We got to, sophisticated jerk come on and say, hide your money. Okay, you hide your money. What are you saying? What are you saying? You trying to get somebody to love you for your personality character? So you think she's not going to eventually find out that you got money? You don't think there's going to come a time where she figures out that, damn, this dude's balling? If you spend it with her every day? Right? No, you live in your truth, homie. Live in your truth. And this is what I say. And I'm strong. This is some good advice. If you are between 35, let's say 30,000 and 60,000, right? You don't have to hide shit. You ain't make, you just gonna get you a ugly chick or get you a less than average chick, something, and just work it out, right? But if you are up in 80,000 plus to a multimillionaire, you have to accept that all you are will be is used for your money. There's no way around it. How are you gonna? Do you really think if you are a multimillionaire, how long can you hide from this girl that you're a multimillionaire? She's gonna figure that shit out. I mean, you're not pulling up in a Toyota, nigga. Maybe you are. Maybe you are putting up a Toyota. Maybe you are taking it and you're trying to test her. Well, I'm gonna take you to Chili's. Okay, she might. Okay, baby. But then there's gonna come a time. There's gonna come a point where, I mean, how long are you gonna live this lie? Right? How long are you gonna live this lie? And then when she find out, damn, baby, I thought you was broke. You know, I just want to make sure you love me for me. I just want to make sure you love me for my character and personality, baby. And then she's going to get corrupted anyway, because now she's going to figure out how to get to that money. Dang, women are stupid. It don't matter. A woman, if she deals with you because she doesn't think you have a lot of money, right? A lot of these women look at you as potential. Maybe you're a good looking dude, and right, she has this vision of you coming out of this. So you're still on a time clock. She's still going to expect you to become the person she wants you to be. It's very rare that women link it up and having a relationship with broke men. It's just very rare in adulthood. Now, you know, you got some high school working in McDonald's and stuff like, yeah, of course. The link is right there. You don't see it? It's right at the top. You don't see the links right there. You don't see the link? I'll just put it up there again. I'll probably put a link out there. We'll put the link. It's a, let me see. Are you on Restream or YouTube? Let me. I'm on Restream right now. So I'm gonna put the link again. Put the link again. See if you can. You see it? You see it there? Sophisticated. Did you see it? I put the link there. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. What's up, Mr. Jerk?
What's good? What's good?
I knew you was coming for me one day.
Yeah, I was like, let me pull up on him. I saw you up here spitting that nonsense up here.
What? Come on. Give it to me.
Giving
Give
that
it
bad
to me.
advice out here.
Give it to me. Show me. Tell me what I said wrong, sir.
Nah. You was I'll say it's partially right. Cause like you said, you can't hide it. You know, if you got money, man, you dress a certain way, they gonna realize like you got some, you know, they're gonna put two and two together. So yeah, you can't hide it. I was being stupid with that, but you know, where guys gotta just realize where I disagree with you at, these chicks be messing with broke dudes, man. Y'all gotta like stop believing what they saying. Think about it, man. If they ain't got no money themselves, they're typically living around other people within like a similar financial status. You know what I'm saying? So these chicks ain't celibate.
So, okay, so we do have to differentiate some here. Because I noticed that this is your same argument for some time now. So we do have to differentiate between getting sex and getting a relationship. Those are two different things. Yes, will women give sex to men who are not economically adequate? Yes, because they're really good looking. You know what I mean? They've been knowing them since high school and they're kind of addicted to the sexual part of them. Yes, but would they give these guys relationships that are healthy and children and all that stuff? In a lot of cases, I mean, no. Right now, it's like you got some hood rats. You know what I mean? But once again, right? We're talking about the average woman, right? She's not going to give this guy a relationship. She's not. And what I'm speaking to is love and loyalty good enough? Or pay me, boo. And as you see in my title, I'm breaking it down is because I'm looking at this Anton panel. The women were saying the first thing they're gonna ask you on a date is, "What do you do for a living? What do you do?" That's going to come in 5 minutes of the conversation.
Yeah, that's gonna come up early.
Yes. You know why? Because they're assessing, they're making a determination. Do you qualify? And that's a financial qualification, sir.
That's where I disagree. I mean, if
You
they
say you
don't,
work at Burger King, if you say you work at Burger King, she'll say, "Excuse me, I'm gonna use the bathroom." And by the time she gets to the restroom, the Uber is going to be out front, and you will never, ever see her again.
yeah, I mean, if you got a job like that at a certain age, yeah, you getting ghosted. So I ain't gonna even front on that. But I mean, if you in a decent range and you go on a date, man, you're gonna be all right. Now
Okay,
she's gonna ask
so-
the question like you said, so she will ask that. But if she already out on that date with you, she already kind of made that determination that she's rocking with you.
No, that's not true. That is,
Unless
that's what
you
you're
get a
delusional.
chick that like you kind of pedestalize, like you're just like, man, you're damn near begging her to go on a date, then yeah, she might start asking them questions. But I mean, typically, like I said, people online with people that's close to where they at.
Okay. Once again, right? Now we're talking about two different things, right? You keep having two different conversations. Your conversation is, yeah, well,
No, we having the
mess with
same
a
one.
broke dude. Would a woman deal with a dude sexually, a work husband and stuff like that because they're sexually attracted to him? Yes. But during this, I would say, time that they're spending with these dudes, they're asking them kind of questions. Like if there's a work husband and he's a janitor or he's a line guy, right? And she's let's just say she's a floor assistant or whatever. She might give him something because she thinks it's attractive, but given a relationship, building a future is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Now, there are some rare instances, very rare instances. Now, we're talking 2026. We're not talking about 1980s. I understand you. But there are some rare instances that, a woman fall in love with a pookie who don't got much going for herself. He's a warehouse worker and she got dick whipped. You know what I mean? Okay. But here's what you got to understand. These relationships are very toxic. And a lot of the toxicities is surrounded by, nigga, what are you going to do for yourself? Broke ass. For real. I'm serious. That's going to be a lot of arguments. And this is why these relationships don't work. Or these situationships don't work because women, even though at one point she desires you to have sex with her, but then when she's to herself and thinking about measuring you up against other men of success, she's looking at you like, you ain't shit. So therefore, she might not tell you to your face in the beginning, but the moment you try to be a man and tell her something about herself, quit flirting with this guy, she's going to tell you, shut your broke ass up. And then that's going to be a problem.
I think they might try to come like that. But even when you talk to them, because say they get like a dude that's a high earner, because I was listening to you, you're like, man, they breaking up with rich guys too.
Yes.
So they're kind of breaking, they're having bad relations with everybody. But if you hear them like talk about like the guys that have money and stuff, they kind of talk around it. Them guys don't tolerate their nonsense. So it's almost like they got to end back with, like I said, kind of the original guys that they started with, because they don't have no longevity with the guys that's making money. And there ain't enough of them to go around. Because, you know what I'm saying? If, once you hit a certain range, like that number's so minimal that they're not coming around those guys on a regular basis. So most of the dudes that they're going to have them relations with, is good, like I said, is going to fall within average range.
Agreed. And I'm not disagreeing with that. So once again, let me clarify something, right? Because you made a good point there. I don't promote for women to do this, right? I don't think they should.
No, I know you don't. I know. I got you.
I think they should be taking what they qualify for or who within their facility make it work, right? Whether he's a McDonald's grill worker or whether he's a CEO, right? Compatibility to me is currency. It beats currency, right? So once again, I know what's best for them, but women are delusional. You have to remember this, right? They don't think like how we think. They're not logical like we are. They're not practical like we are. Women, unless they're really ugly or have some sort of mental, yeah, for real, they have some sort of mental like things about them. That's the only way you're going to get a chance. But other than that, if she's competent, well secure in her, say career or moving to better her life, and you are not keeping up or ahead of her, you got a problem on your hand. Even if she give you something, it's just gonna be, unless once again you look like El DeBarge, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And you just got that. You got that bomb sex game that you're gonna have to keep up at a high level, and you're gonna have to be 100% loyal, and you're gonna have to still be striving at least to get into an economic position. You can't just be like, well, I'm just gonna be a Burger King line worker. That's my career. That's what I want to do, right? Because eventually she's gonna leave you anyway. But what I'm saying is women are very cold and very calculated.
Okay, I can give you the cold part. I don't know about the calculated.
They're calculated. They're calculated. That means when they're dealing with men, right? They know what they want. In this matter of, in terms of for the here and the now. Now, what happens later is another conversation. This is why I do agree with you. When they do get these rich men, when they do get these guys who got it all, now they want loyalty. Now they want his time. Now they want control. They want to be able. They don't want him to ever tell them no, right? And this is where the conflict comes. And then she ends up leaving him, or he kicks her out, whatever. And then you get a Cassie Diddy situation, right? Where she's mad because Diddy didn't give her what she wanted. She wanted to marry him or whatever, and she turned her back on him, right? And then try to give him life sentences. So I do agree with you. Women, even if they get the guy with all the money, they're still not going to be happy because these guys come with a lot of options, number one, and they are on a plan level where they don't really need you, right? They got you know what I mean? So this will hurt her ego, Aisha Curry, right? And then she'll end up going back to the guy, like you said, maybe the pool guy or some who's going to cater to her emotions, cater to her ego, who's going to worship the ground she walks on, right? And validate her bad behaviors, all this stuff, right? But she's going to make his life a living hell.
I do agree with you on that. I do think like if you're not that dude that meets majority of that checklist, they do be trying to like stun on them guys. So I give you that.
Yeah, that's why the second divorce is even higher. When they marry again, is even higher than is at 75, 80%. If your first marriage, second marriage is at 90%. I mean, the higher
that's high as hell.
Yeah, because once again, the women, it's the same. They're the problem, and they don't understand this. So
what they saying in the video? What's their like whole take on all this?
So they're talking about money, and then I'm gonna play it right now. Let's go.
Okay.
So they're talking about money. I'm gonna rewind it a little bit so you can kind of get the gist of it. They're asking, is money important, or is it what's the most important when they meet somebody, right? And women are gonna give their take. Let me go to the video right now.
You ask somebody what they do and they say, I'm a cybersecurity professional that's been doing it for about 12 years. If you ask somebody what they do and they say, hey, listen, and I'm in AI machine learning, you can pretty much deduce what their financial situation is like, right?
I think Well, yeah, but that's not the intention. You can't say that that's the intention, because if you don't ask what someone does on a day-to-day, someone could be jobless and doesn't pay any taxes, doesn't do a damn thing, and you don't know.
Right, this is why I never ever trust a woman. Ever.
Why would somebody want to date someone? I mean,
because you're being disingenuous.
Dylan, you know.
Like I would rather a woman just tell me this. Listen, this is why. Like, just be for real. You know what I'm saying? If you could just keep it 100, we know that you smart enough to be able to ask what it is that you do, because you're also trying to solve for two things at one time. Thank you, babe. I appreciate it.
Hi, Rita.
thank you.
You're always doing that, Q.
Dalen playing slow. Dalen, you know nowadays these women are asking men what they do because they're trying to figure out how much a man makes. And if they don't know the profession, they're going to Google. Okay, so that's what women are doing. Anytime women ask that, I know that's the incentive. That's what they're trying to figure out. How much does this man make?
Way of introducing healthy conversation should be reduced to what whores are doing. It's like, well, they're going to catch on, so we got to stop doing it. No, you can gauge if someone is actually asking you if what you do, because they give a damn about what you do on a day to day. I mean,
these women don't care. They want to know what they make.
Oh, well, I didn't know we were talking about, gold diggers. I thought we were talking about.
We're not talking about
we're
gold
talking about
diggers per
women
se.
wanting men
I'm
for their
saying
resources.
that women are
Hey, hit the
smart
pause
enough
real quick, Ruthless.
to for multiple things to be.
So I agree with like Q and Anton. I do think like women try to gauge like your financial position. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe homegirl, because there is a group of chicks that, you know, they might not operate just off that gauge, because homegirl sound a little ghetto. So I do believe her. Like, I don't think she would look at it like that, because I don't think she's financially that literate. So yeah. What did you think? You think she's full of shit?
She's full of shit. Because if you ask, you meet a guy on the first date, right? And you ask him, and she asks him, what do you do for a living? Right? She's making an assessment. Now, I mean, and this is why I say she's full of shit. Because I believe if you tell her, and she, hey, what do you do for a living, Rufus? Oh, I'm a Burger King cook. Top of the line. I guarantee you, she ordered her Uber. She's headed to that bathroom. Oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back. And by the time she gets to the bathroom, once she sees her Uber pull up, she's heading right out that door. And I will never, ever, 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 ever see her again, right? Because women, if it wasn't that important, she'd ask me no dumbass question like that, right?
But you don't think that's like a natural conversation piece? Because I mean, I'm gonna ask too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey man, what do you do? You know,
for men, it's different, right? Because we, on a majority scale, 99.9% of men, we take pride in being providers, and whatever we do now, you are the outlier of the 50-50 guy. You know what I'm saying? But this is why you would ask that question. It's not necessarily because you're trying to take her money and make her pay your bills and all this stuff, but you may have a plan in place where that you're on a trajectory on that trajectory to save so much money. So if you meet a new girl and you're dating her and you ask her, what does she do? And she says, oh, I'm a nurse, right? And then you kind of say, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and see and you ask her, what kind of nurse? And she's like, oh, I'm a RA or NA, whatever. Then, then I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna say, okay, she probably makes $60K a year. That guy, boom, boom. Okay, she qualifies, right? Because now I know that she can pay her own bills. You know what I mean? I understand that she, for a 50-50 guy, right? For you. Mm-hmm. And that might be enough for you to say, okay, I'll continue to date her. So I can see, where you're coming from on that point. Oh, I got another guest.
But Ruthless, so you would never ask like a female, what's good, night?
I would
So
never
you would
ask
have
a
asked
female
her
what they
like
do.
just as a conversation piece, like what do you do for work or anything like that? You don't even go down that path.
Not really. I mean, I pretty much can tell what most women are poor, so I never really care. Right? I look at it like this, right? I look at it like, okay, she's hot. Her beauty is what I'm after and what's between her legs, right? So I'm not a 50-50 guy, right? But if a woman volunteers to be 50-50, I'll take it. I won't say no, you know what I'm saying? But it's not at the top of my list. My top of my list is, okay, I need to get the quickest path to the bedroom. So I'm not really finna, I mean, if she wants to have a conversation, and she's gonna ask me what does I do, women, they do ask me that, and I don't even give them a straight answer because they already seeing how I'm pulling up in. They already know, okay, he's way above my level. So I really, the conversation doesn't really happen too much, right?
So how come you don't give them a direct answer though?
Because
isn't that kind of hiding what you do then?
No, it's none of their business. I'm different, right? I don't look at women long term. I'm not trying to get to know really. I'm just going through I don't even date that much, really. I really just meet chicks and we link up, right? And they ask me, hey, when we gonna go to dinner? I mean, this one chick, she begs me all the time, when you gonna take me to dinner? I'm like, I'll rain check you. I don't know, because I really don't want to, because I don't have time, right? So I'm a little different because I'm not in search of a long-term partner, So, but for the most of the average, we're speaking to the average man, the general population, right? They're going to ask those questions. They're going to ask those questions, and that information could help them. For men, though, it's not a absolute, right? It's not like if she says, "Oh, I work at Taco Bell," we're going to stop talking. We're not going to see her no more.
Okay.
I think
What's up,
it's real player. I think it's real player to just tell her everything is really on your heart. So if I mess with a lot of women, I need to come in saying, you'll just be a part of this team. There's no reason for me to keep it. See, I believe that
like that jacket, Night.
When you have omission,
Night is clean out there.
You pretty much lying to the woman. I want people to. Honesty is real important to me. However, I'm a person that's been married the majority of my life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a husband. I'm not out here trying to just have frivolous sex and frivolous dates and waste a bunch of time. So I'm dating with a purpose. So my thing is, who are you really, who I am really, and what are your standards, what my standards are, and we move from there. All this other stuff is like, but if you're there, why not be honest about everything? Why can't I go to my woman and tell her everything about who I am and what I do, so she understands who she's dealing with? And I want the same thing from her too. I will tell a woman from the get-go, I don't want to be involved with a gay woman.
So let me ask you
a lot
guys
of
a
these
question.
lesbians, a retirement plan is going to find a dude when they don't even like men. A lot of these other people go out here and soar their wild oats in their 20s and 30s and whatever else, and then their retirement plan is a so-called good guy. Yeah. I have to understand exactly who you are. If like, for example, if you was a woman that was married for the majority of your life and then you lost your husband to something else, I look at you on a different level than somebody that's been out here doing whatever the hell they want to do, messing with dude after dude after dude, and I'm just one amongst this league of stuff. I'll pass on that, no matter how cute you are.
Okay. What about you, Sophisticated?
No, I'm kind of like a Nightish on that.
Right, but why are you asking her what she do for a living?
Because I like to know what people do all around. Like Night said, it's not even about the financial component, but it's just like what do you do? How do you think about certain things? So yeah, I'm gonna ask some questions like and line it up to see if there's consistency in like every facet of their life. So yeah, I'm like Nightish. Because my thing is like if she already on that date with dudes like us, it's already the sex is there. Since we ain't on that scarcity mindset stuff, it's almost like, you vetting her out, like see if it's even worth your time at that point.
So, and those people that's on that page, they don't have a problem with giving up the vagina. So when I be hearing these things on here, I be like, who are these people they talking about? This sound like an alien woman. If she know you have any level of success and she can reap any benefits from it, the last thing she gonna do is try to hold that back because that's her power. So she want to let you know she got that good gamma slammer. You want to put it on you and see how you move after she do it.
But see, and you guys made some good points, but this is pretty much average man, right? Go through this, have the same process as you guys. But this topic is love and loyalty good enough or pay me boo, meaning the women, because they're the ones are running the dating market. They're the ones raising the bar on what they expect out these men, right? And I'm not saying that you guys' points are diminished. They're very good points. And these are what men do. So shout out men that we this is why we believe in the nuclear family more than women, right? Men are more traditional mindset, period, right? That's undisputable. But where the problem is the women, because they're pushing the ideology of, well, me, and they're the ones. See, you got to remember, when a man going out on a date with a woman, he's on an interview that he's paying for. And I know it sounds
not really.
Crazy.
She on the interview.
Well, she is, but he's on the interview, but he's paying for his interview, right? Because once again, 98% of women not paying for that first date. I promise you, maybe 99.
No. You should do it. That's a traditional thing. We okay with doing it. But here's the thing. Let me ask you this, Ruthless. When you see these women, no matter, especially if they're good looking, if you ever really talk to them, they will tell you that they devalue themselves at their peak.
They value themselves?
Devalued themselves at their peak. Like, for example, white women will go to college and they're going to come up out of college with a fiance or something. Sisters will go to college and come out with a job. And during that time, they may be messing with the football player, this person, that person. The roles are reversed. We're in bizarro world right now, definitely since the 90s.
Okay.
I think when people listen to that Ebony K. Williams thing, they forget that part where she said, I mess with them all. White men, Latino men. Why did they skip over that part? Then she said she wouldn't mess with a truck driver. She diminished. So a successful, and even though successful man will marry Kim Kardashian, it's the dudes that's devaluing themselves by messing with a Kim Kardashian. Because it's publicly known that Ray J had it first and then all the other names after that. So how does Kanye look at her and go, oh my goodness?
Well, it's because men's value is not what the woman he's with. His value is from his economic success. That's the difference. Women value comes from the man they're with, right? Women get their value. Women get their value from men. Men get their value from economic adequacies, right? So that's why it's not for a man to be with a prostitute or a hoe. It's no big thing, right? Nobody really cares because as long as if he's at a success level, people will respect him and admire him. But for women, it's different, right? Their body counts matter, and their economic success isn't part of their value. So that's why a woman can have a lot of money and still make the guy who makes more money pay her bills, because the value which that man's get out of her is not tied to her money.
Wait, Ruth, did you say it makes him?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
that ain't a man.
Yeah, that's weak.
That ain't no man. How's she gonna make me do something?
Well, she leverages to say, if I'm going to be with you, I'm not paying no bills. So then he has the option, but he pretty much has to, because most time if she says that to him, he's garnering her, right? He wants to be in that with her. And see, this is the thing about it, right? And this is what you guys it's a chilling fact. Rich men have it the hardest when it comes to dating, right? Because their user rating is so high, right? They actually get tired of it. And we see that men one thing about men, we okay with being used, but we don't like to hear it or see it. You know what I mean? We want to believe a lie that you really love me for my character and my personality, right? We really, even the rich men, they really want that.
That's Disneyland.
Rufus,
let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you think the men of today can compare to the men of yesterday?
Yes.
Okay, so
Then
let me
again,
say why, let me tell you
grandpa
why I
was
said
given-
ask that question. Do you know that his name is Warner was messing with Jane Kennedy, and he treated Jane Kennedy like she annoyed him? No, Turner, Ted Turner. Ted Turner was messing with Jane Kennedy. So Ted Turner, Sean Connery, all them dudes, they would have, Burt Reynolds would have some of the finest women, and they would act like, like you being with me is not me giving you something. You just being with me is something. Burt Reynolds Lonnie Anderson used to walk around Burt Reynolds naked. This is publicly stated. And Burt Reynolds be like, why don't you put on some clothes? And she could never understand it. That's because in the 80s, Burt Reynolds was sought after by everybody. You just another blonde to him. You're Lonnie Anderson to everybody else, but not to Burt Reynolds. You Jane Kennedy to everybody else, but not to Ted Turner. So you mean you got successful and she made you pay some bill?
See, this is where I agree with Knight, man, because I agree with you, Knight. It's like it flip-flop, because even what Ruthless was saying, dudes are damn near position themselves to be used. They want to be used. Back in the day, like you said, men understood, like, if I hit some achievements, God damn it, you lucky to be around me. Sit down, shut up, and be glad you know me. You know what I'm saying? But these guys nowadays, it's like flip-flop.
And if you're a good guy, you might not be so mean. But at the end of the day, you get to acting too silly, young lady, you can be replaced. So, see, all these benefits that you have is because of my success. But if you want to go back to Kansas, you can tap your shoes together and get the F up out of my mansion.
And so let me give you Burt Reynolds, right? Burt Reynolds, right? He was married to Lonnie Anderson.
Lonnie Anderson.
For 5 years, and he filed for divorce because she was taking all his money. Says Reynolds accused Anderson of overspending and infidelity, while Anderson alleged physical abuse and substance abuse. So he was with a dope head. So once again, right, we're not going to sit here and try to put Burt Reynolds on a pedestal. He's no different than the man today, right? Diddy being with Cassie, a dope head and his wife, and Burt Reynolds' wife was a whore as well. So women haven't changed the way they view themselves, right? They don't value their vagina like men value their vagina. And that's just the way it is.
Well, them dudes that value their vagina like that is out of their mind.
But let me circle back, man. Something Knight was saying, man, using the Ebony K. Williams, because I like what you pointed out. Because she said, she dated all the types. And this is what I was telling Ruthless before you came in. I was like, man, them females, when they date all them guys and they don't have no longevity, man, when they they be making all these demands. They just full of shit, Ruthless. Because if that was the case, they would be able to like lock down those type of guys. But after a while, man, there ain't too many successful guys that you could keep running through. That percentage is so small, man. So they're gonna have to end up with that average dude.
So the problem with women is because of their emotional imbalance, right? Because you got to remember, they're very emotionally enslaved to themselves. So therefore, they know how to get a man, they know how to get a marriage, but they also know how to destroy it, right? Woman, she will get the man she wants, and he be everything she wants, and then once her emotions are compromised, maybe some other guy got in her ear, or maybe her best friend is telling her you could do better, or whatever, right? She then torches the marriage for some dumbass reason, and be like, what the hell? Women, this is why I don't believe in that they're long-term adequate partners to really invest in, especially 2026. Now, there are some men like you, Sophisticated Jake. Somehow you made it through the fire. You know what I'm saying? And we can let you. Knight made it. His wife passed away, but he made it through the fire as well. But
I'm gonna give you another one.
But the thing of it is, women are changing
in
it even more.
2027, maybe.
Yeah, these women, these women are now. These women are, I swear to you, these women are
delusional.
Not only are they delusional, but they don't like men. They just don't like men, period. And the only reason
they're lying to themselves.
No, they really don't like men.
No, and they're lying to themselves.
About what?
We were made for each other, whether they want to accept it or not. I don't care how much carpet munching they do, how many toys they get. Eventually, they go on. What they say? Ain't nothing like the real thing. They want something breathing on the back of their neck at some point, and they don't want it to be Susie.
Well, I would say this, Nightish. I think women have divorced themselves from men. Because remember, I said earlier, back in the day, women used to, if they marry a man, they get value. Right? That's where they got their value from. I believe women have divorced themselves from that to now their value is predicated on their freedom, of feminism, and the hedge of I don't need a man.
Let's have a conversation. Princella came and went.
Yeah.
She came in like a storm and she went. 4B moving. Oh, they're going to, no, they're not sleeping with nobody. They're going, came and went. At some point, somebody gonna creep off the plantation and be like, sophisticated jerk been around for ruthless. They're not gonna stay on this whole. It's not like Wonder Woman. They're not on Amazon Island, all in togas. Just never. They gonna come around eventually. Now, don't get me wrong. They might have that chaotic mindset, but that's what they need you there for, to let them understand. Look, there's nothing happening to you right now. What are you saying? You're crying for, where are you crying? Do you know why you're crying right now? No, I'm just, see, I want you to be conscious of yourself, man. Women can just break out into tears for no reason and be yelling, I don't know why I'm angry. That's your chaotic mind.
And once again, that is the emotional part of them, which they cannot get away from, right? That's what, and remember, all the things that they're battling is with the internal conflict, most of it. And then on top of that, they're influenced by outside voices. So this is why a lot of men don't like their women to work, right? Because they get the workplace and their friends get in their head and they get a work husband. It just, a lot of women are being compromised in this workforce, man. And
they go bang that beta work husband and be like, oh my goodness, I cheated on my real man with this lame. How can I hold? You know what they be thinking about when they coming home and they taking that walk of shame? How can I regain? They are angry at themselves because any dude that's bringing you lemon squares for 3 or 4 years talking about he your best friend and he your work husband while he sit there with his thing in a glass, man, that's a lame.
And I like what Nightish was pointing out earlier, because when them women, they be like, oh, we're decentering men. We ain't messing with them no more. All, like he said, all those movements, man, all they really doing is just like lowering the price of the box. Because once they get through that phase of trying that shit out, they get desperate. They dramatically drop all them standards. Before they was like on some of that 666 shit. Boy, let them start hitting a certain age, like Melissa Ford, Tracy Ross. They messing with YNs now. They ain't got no money. So before their whole life, it would be like, oh, you got to make money. You got to have status. Exactly. Now they messing with YNs.
Exactly. So here we got Melissa Ford, who was a video vixen, and she's on a damn panel talking about these men my age aren't real. But look at your face. Look at your body language. Everything you saying, you don't believe. And yet it's a YN blowing your back out, and you got to get him some Air Force Ones and a PlayStation. Keep your refrigerator stacked with Lunchables and Go-Gurts. Bitch, you done got a grown baby that's banging you.
So once again, right? Yeah. So once again, we understand, right? Women don't care, and this is what we got to understand as men. They don't care about the image, right? Because people like Cardi B has made it okay to be a stripper.
Going out so sad. She going out so sad.
But she's still well liked and makes a lot of money, and she still have access to men.
But she's miserable.
Constantly, yeah. But they've always been, all women are miserable, in my opinion. I'm just saying is though, women don't care about the things men care about them. That's what we got to understand. We keep having these conversations.
Did you see when she went to that game and said good luck to Stephon Diggs and she tried to walk off like it was a power walk? You went out sad, Cardi B. And did you see when Melissa Ford was on a Joe Budden podcast and they had talked about Flo Rida won all that money She dumped Flo Rida. And when Joe asked her that question, did you see how she sunk in the this stuff is online.
Yeah, no, I seen it.
And
Yeah.
Joe Budden said, hey, you used to mess with him, huh? And she looked at him like, don't say that right now. And he said, he just won X amount of dollars. And her chest sunk in, and the rest of the show, she was soaking. They know when they effing up.
Yeah, because Nidus, in that new interview that she just had, man, that everybody was breaking down, she was talking about like she had two loves in her life. It was like one football dude, and it was Flo Rida. And then when it came to Flo Rida, she was like, I can't say too much. But yeah, you could tell like
because
she understood like I fucked up this my life pretty much.
Big time. So her chest sunk in front of Joe Budden, and that new one where she talking about she's just going to be alone and there's strength in being alone. No, you effed up.
So
and all the
here's a
women,
question I have for you.
no woman looking at that interview saw no strength in that.
Here's a
Hell
question
no.
I have for you, gentlemen. Here's a question I have for you, gentlemen. Right? I'm gonna ask you the question after I play this video.
Hey, that hurt. That hurt. That hurt. You gonna hit me way too. You gotta soften it up.
Shut up.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's go.
Yes, ma'am.
Sit. Sit. How?
People.
So do you think that because men are worshiping women at an all-time high right now, that they deserve what they're getting and be treated the way they be treated?
The men?
Let me repeat the question again. I kind of messed up there. Do you think men who are worshiping women are getting the way women are treated, that they deserve the women to treat them that way because of their, worshiping of these women?
Yes. They listen, to be honest with you, they deserve that so they can be snapped out of it. When she hit him too hard right there, he deserved that so he can snap. You got to snap out of whatever that is that got you on the floor like a dog with a dominatrix. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, he deserved that. Yeah.
And I agree. Because my thing is, man, there's just too many people giving out good information, man, how you should operate. And if you don't humble yourself because you got too much ego and shit, where it's like, man, you go to somebody. So say, for example, man, say I wasn't good with females. I'm going to come to you at night. I'm like, hey, man, how should I operate? And I shouldn't be scared. So nowadays, like, guys got way too much information to be operating like that at that deficit. So yeah, if they get that work from these females, they deserve it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I agree. And that's why I'm kind of laying off the women, right? Because they've been going against Ruthless. I done got cut off panels by the dudes by standing on these women about, on principle. And the guys, because they worship these women so much, it's like, let me play this video that I'm going to go with my fan.
How much do we spend monthly? It's under $5,000 a month.
Yeah, for me, 50K.
What's it look like when you break it down?
Shopping, food, some more shopping, some treatments. And my money, I spend your money. That's how it's supposed to be, right? No comment?
Looking like a true gold digger. How much do we spend monthly?
So you see, he says spoken like a true gold digger. This is his wife. They've been married for like 5 years now. Okay.
Yeah. Can I talk to that right there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Larry Wills and his wife went and did a live stream with Rampage Jackson. Larry Wills' wife was staring at Rampage like he was raw meat and she was a lion. Listen, I told you this before, Ruthless. It's the Heavy D song. In that song, you got the girls sitting all around the table, and the through line is, what's mine is mine. What's yours is mine. If you that damn stupid, Larry Wills, you're a big old buff dude, but you're fitting into that hoax that they call the Willie Lynch letter. You are physically strong and mentally weak. You don't see what she doing in front of your face?
But here's the thing, right? He's accepted it. He said, spoken like a true gold digger. So he's accepting or has accepted his role, right? That I'm the provider and she can be a hoe, spend all my money, as long as she come home at night and call me daddy. You know what I mean?
Well, he deserves it.
Yeah, he deserves it.
He's just like the dude you just showed getting whipped in the face with the belt. He's the same dude.
They're the same person, right? They're the same person. What do you think, Sophisticated?
Nah, man, I agree with you, Ruthless. Man, a lot of this shit is men's fault. Because think about it, man. If you got it,
It's
you
only
built yourself
men's
up to a situation where you could give somebody 50,000 a month. Like the fact that your mind is just so like, you got that scarcity mindset, man. You could damn near buy half of Guatemala for 50,000. You know what I'm saying? And they'll be appreciative to get a portion of that. So the fact that she's like entitled like that, yeah, that's homie's fault, man. He lacked confidence, like Nida said. It's like, man, he work out and stuff, but you can't work out that that mindset and that courage.
Yeah, he's broken. He's a broken man.
Yeah,
because really to be among, like even Ruthless, just to be amongst your lifestyle. Because you're not doing nothing. You already go to these nice places. You already drive this nice car. You already wear these nice clothes to just be around you. So I've heard these people say in these spaces, you're supposed to become the best version of yourself. To end up with a hoe?
Yeah.
Well, this is what I'm saying now. And I'm gonna let you guys get back to it. And this is my hypothesis. Because the reason why men are looking at hoes more and selling for hoes more is because the disparity between a educated woman with low body count versus the woman who's a whore is very close, right? And because most women lie, so nobody can really tell their body count. So at this point, men are playing women like, they all hoes. What are we gonna do? I still want a relationship with them. So they're pretty much forced to take on hoes. But I'm saying this. If there were, the worst part is what I have a problem with, right? When they lose self-respect and they let these women just disrespect them because they just want to be wanted. They want to be in a relationship or married, whatever it is, case be. And I think, and I'll say this, right? If that's what makes their clock tick, I don't blame the women for taking advantage of this. Hey, do you, boo? If that's what he wants and he's not complaining, then why should I be complaining about the way she treat him?
Right. So he deserved the abuse like the first person. But based on what you're saying, you do understand that he's delusional, because what he's actually getting for that $50,000 a month is what they call the girlfriend experience. She don't love you. She doing what she think she's supposed to do so you can keep breaking her off that bread. The minute the bread gets funny, all of that fake stuff she doing is out the window. And look at some of these bras that they calling fine.
No,
I don't think she all that.
We do have to agree that. So this has been going on forever, right? Because I remember all them songs in the 70s, the 80s, all that, bowing down to these women.
Yeah, there was just songs though.
But your songs influence.
Yeah, right? So that's what you know that all them singers had multiple women.
I'm not saying they didn't, but I'm saying is they were put in
burnt with grits because he was banging everything.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, our forefathers taught us to bow to women.
No, their songs did, not them.
Well, they sung them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm blaming them, right? You sung the song. You're responsible for what you say. It's just like, if I'm sitting here telling people how to rob banks, right? Even though I'm not robbing them anymore, I'm still influential. So once again, right? Men are getting what they deserve. And we as, I would say, men have to accept that men are placating to these women's desires because they feel that they need women to exist.
But Rufus, before you move past that, Al Green's famous song is Let's Stay Together, right?
Yeah.
But he was banging everything moving.
Yeah, but
that's why he got burnt with the grits.
But he was irresponsible with these music he was singing, right? If you should have sung that, right?
But his real life told you he was with multiple women.
Yeah, but you was irresponsible. Now the kids are infatuated. Look at this. Look, these men are. Let me show you, man. These men are going crazy over these women. I just can't believe it. The more ruthless women are, the more men want that. It's like, you know, and you know, I don't know what to say. I really want to say Al Green should have told the truth in his songs. He should have sung what he was living.
He wouldn't have sold albums like that though.
True, but was it? But are you my brother's keeper though? You know what I'm saying? And this is where I would say to the men who the red pill and all that, because look, everybody's jumping on Anton Daniels right now, right?
Yeah.
Because of his alleged affair with Micah and how he runs his program. And most of the men who are jumping on him,
what? It's not about that at all.
It's really not. He got a lot of enemies.
That's just a scapegoat. The real reason they going after him is because their personal interactions with them and how he treated them. These are scorned people. Don't nobody care nothing about Rita or Mika or Island Girl Q. True.
But what I am saying, most people who are going after him are Freezy, pro-women, men who are pro-women, right? Freezy and Taz, both of them pro-women, 100%. They're both their founders women, and then the rest of the content creators are women, right? And some more women. It's like about 5 or 6 of them. But my point is,
it's Lakeisha, Tasha K.
Yeah,
he got a couple women going after him too.
Yeah, he got a couple women, right? But the thing is, the men are joining. So these men are pushing these women into the forefront. Moves like Freezy and Taz, and we know Taz is a pro woman all day, right? And
hey, as long as he can get the bag, though, right? Oh yeah, and he got House of Hypocrites on him too, and he got O'Shea Jackson on him too.
But I'm surprised about House of Hypocrites because he came out and said he had 4 baby mamas.
7.
So I'm shocked that he's saying the things he's saying, right? That he's going anti like that. I'm shocked because he's not red pill, but he's not pro woman either. So I'm a little confused about that. Maybe he just doesn't like Anton personally. That could be that.
Hey, what did you think about Dr. Fontenette confession over there on Decisions?
What'd she say?
She right there in this clip right here. She right beside Weezy, where it says to take them on a date.
Sarah? Oh yeah. Okay.
She had a whole right under that, right there. Yeah.
I will tell you this flat out. I am not scared to lose a man. I am not scared to get divorced. That's the problem. And no, it's not.
That's the problem. I don't think that we as women should be spreading our intimate things with men.
Do I think that my husband or my partner can go and have lunch or dinner with just a woman one-on-one? Yes.
Oh, I agree too. Yes.
She doesn't.
For what? Come to the house. I'll cook for you.
I need my time with my friend privately.
Crazy. That's weird.
See?
It's weird to me.
I want to catch up like with my dog. I want to talk.
But why can't you do that in front of your man?
But I also can't share every single lived experience.
That's weird.
I'd be so resentful
Everything
that my man
Weezy
controlled my life
weird.
that much. It wouldn't work.
But is it?
So
this ain't the clip, but everything about Weezy is weird. But if you saw that interview, when the doctor who's telling her that's weird, she had a guy that been around her whole life. They've been on vacation together. She said that was like her work husband type of situation. She said she couldn't mess with him because he wouldn't commit. But she was with a guy who was talking about marrying her. She went on a vacation to Costa Rica with her friends. The dude that wouldn't commit said, leave that nigga alone. The one that was willing to commit to her. She said, I can't do that. He said, leave that nigga alone. She left the man who was going to marry her to be with this dude, and they got married in 6 days.
Yeah, Brock. Yeah. She was playing, but she gave him an ultimatum. She said, look, I got this guy over here who's marriage-minded. What you gonna do? You gonna let me go on with that, or are you pulling up? And Brock like, let's go. So
That's
I mean, she
stabbed that dude in the back who did all that I'm ready to get married stuff for a dude that was a gamble.
Well, they were friends for like 2 years.
Left that dude and he could have banged her and said, gotcha, bitch.
But they were friends for like 2 or 3 years. So
yeah.
Yeah, so she was already wanted him more than the other guy, or she would never gave him.
He was playing the first dude that wanted to get married in.
Well, she was leveraging the first dude. Yeah, she was leveraging him. This is what women do, Nidus. Women, they leverage man against man to have their way. This is how they manipulate. They get this guy. Well, you can't have no choice, right? Because she can date who she wants, right? You can't do anything about it. But they use that man to create value. Like, look, to get because she wanted Brock, because Brock's a high earner, right? He got a lot of money. So and then they've been friends for 2 years, and she's been working her little magic. And finally, she got a guy who kind of gave her leverage, and then she came to Brock and said, look, this guy here is ready to go. What you gonna do? And it put the pressure on him, and he made the call. So yeah, I agree. She manipulated him. And would I think when I've married her? No, I tell you, I still need to get to know you more, because it's different. Even if we're friends for years, it's different in a relationship.
Yeah, and he gonna cheat on her.
I don't know about that.
He been fucking woman like he's going out of style and then married her in 6 days. He gonna fuck on something else.
I think she runs that relationship. I think the way she was talking to him on the interview, how she had him in check. I didn't see it.
She had an interview with the dude that she got married to.
Yeah, they did a whole.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, a whole podcast of, and then he was up there shaking like a crap game.
You reacted to it?
No, yeah, I react to it. It's on my. I don't know if it's on YouTube somewhere. Yeah,
okay.
This was when I first started my channel. But yeah, I was doing her like every other day, and she was running that show, right? She's like, look, she told him, if I get married, I don't pay bills. That's what she told him. That's what she told him. Just like that. And he said, okay.
So where's the damn male equal?
There's what?
Where's the male equal?
We're not making women are at the,
I'm not paying all the bills. I'll pass on the pussy if you think I'm finna pay all the bills.
Right, in 2026, this is what you're gonna get.
I want you. I love the fuck out of you. Like, I need you. Like, I don't want to even get to thinking about if that's a good or bad thing, but like, I need you. Like, I like you. Like, I like how you make me feel. I want you in my life forever. I never want to like be available for anybody else. Like, I don't want to wake up no more days without you. I would hate to live life without you. You know what I'm saying?
You hear that, Nidus?
They don't dance no more. Do you know that, Rufus? Do you know they don't dance no more?
No, they rap.
Back in the days when we used to have like clubs and whatever else, they used to have a part where they turn the lights down low and they play slow jams. They don't go to clubs no more. They don't dance no more. So I don't know what he's talking about.
He's in love with some chick who obviously wants to leave him, and he thinks this is the way This is the way men are leading out here, and the women are just. That's why she'll friend zone him. She'll friend zone a guy like him. Go after the guy she really wants.
They get another one.
They get another one. That's what these women are doing. That's why they don't care.
He should get another one.
He can't do it because you see when he's talking, I can't see my life without you. So he's stuck.
He's out of his fucking mind.
Yeah, he's stuck. You hear him? I just can't see it.
You understand that she's getting that clip and going amongst her girlfriends and going, look at this nigga.
Yeah. So this is why is love and loyalty good enough? I don't think it's good enough anymore.
If it's your standard, it is what it is, whether it's good enough or not. If you don't have a standard, then yeah, pay her.
Well, even if you got a standard, if you can live without a woman,
I don't want nothing that bad.
Right. And remember, I don't know, I was on Platinum Channel. They kicked me off. No, they were going crazy. Them niggas crying. Carl told them, we don't need women. And they said, Ruthless, you got to be out your mind.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you was on the Taz channel.
The whole thing is you need you some slaw.
Yeah, you got to get
you some slaw.
Men
fuck on them.
Act like they can't live without women.
That's crazy.
So women will have the leverage going forward.
What were you doing before she came around?
Lusting and dreaming about her before she came around.
That's crazy. I was not thinking about no bras before them bras came around. And now that I'm alone right now, I ain't really tripping off of them like that.
You see, she's the lady of my dreams. You're the woman of my dreams, right? That's what these men be doing. They be, a lot of these men, Nightish.
Was they raised by men?
No, they were raised by men and women. Mostly women, though.
That dude ain't got no big homies, a daddy, or nothing else. Ain't no nigga sitting around watching that nigga cry like that and not punching him in his chest.
Yeah, but they ain't got nothing to chew, man. You had them dudes in the hood. You had them dudes in the hood.
They used to get laughed at. Because when a dude heart is broken, I don't know a whole lot of dudes that's gonna sit around and come over there and eat chocolate with him and watch, gangster movies. A woman get her heart broken, they all come around and tell her, girl, let's go to the gym and work out. And I got a dude for you and all of that. I don't see it in reverse.
Yeah.
Listen, dudes, if y'all hear my voice when and the future, because this will be around forever. Love yourself first.
Love yourself.
Nobody's coming for you. Winter is real for dudes. I look at all these good-looking women sleeping in these vans. And I said, look at you. Look what you're doing to yourself.
But the thing about men, was the good news is
van life.
You can just buy the coochie and be happy and keep it pushing. You don't need enough
subscribers. Is watching her her ass up in the air in her van.
No, all you need is
all the cash apps.
No, you can go to you can go to Figueroa.
It's way easier for a girl YouTuber.
No, I'm talking about you go to Figueroa. You can go to the strip club.
Especially if you give them the illusion that somebody be able to tell.
And I still ain't gonna help because niggas be falling in love with the product.
Yeah.
They be falling in love with the product, so I ain't gonna help either. Men are fucked.
You're not supposed to get high on your own supply, but I guess that's old.
That's old. That shit is new age. Men are fall in love with prostitutes. They fall in love with the OnlyFans. They fall in love,
and that does not benefit you, sir. It only
because now she's gonna run the muck over you. She's gonna run the muck.
Gold digger, always about money. Yeah, what the fuck else is supposed to be about? Love? Bitch, fuck out of here.
You guys say, why am I a gold digger? There is no answer to that. I just am.
Gold digger, always about money. Yeah, what the fuck else is supposed to.
She said there's no answer to that. She just is.
Yeah, she wasn't even all that attractive. And then Neon is right there with her.
Neon tricked off for like 10 grand.
Stupid.
10 bands.
Stupid.
10 bands. And didn't even only best better. But
he's stupid.
Well, he has $50 million, so he has a lot of money. So
I don't give a fuck if he got $50 trillion. That's stupid.
But how I want to say, see, this is the thing. Now, you have all that money and success, but you don't have, you get dudes do desperate things, right?
Yeah, because he's a sad sack. I want $10,000. Okay, so this is how we're gonna do today. We're gonna do the IRL. So when we begin the day, you're gonna be giving me a pedicure. You're gonna be cutting my toenails. You're gonna put that pumice stone on the bottom of my feet, and you're gonna scrub my legs up. You dry them off nicely, and then you put that oil on. Then after that, you're gonna massage my neck. Then I want you to, cut my hair. We finna work your ass for this 10 G's on this stream. Well, Nightish, where was that? Oh, this is called the girlfriend experience. So you like her? No, I don't give a fuck about her. But if we finna do this, we finna show her doing that. So the next chick will look at that. Well, she got 10 G's. At least think about giving you a pedicure and a back rub and cutting your hair. We finna do some things.
Yeah.
Ooh. Can I go to your house? Yeah. I'm finna give you a water hose. Clean the gutters out.
Well, thank you for coming, Nightish. I'm going to end the show. Glad to have you back.
Salute.
Glad to see you back in the game. Till next time, hit the like button on your way out the door. Subscribe if you're new. Ruthless Truth is out.
Oh, there.